I'm a no limit soldier. I thought I told ya. I'm live. I'm live. The topic of discussion is about DAT. You know what I'm talking about? Where do I start? Now, first of all, it's been an extreme amount of explosions this whole week, this entire week. Now, because I'm the one that told you all of this was going to take place, and everybody said, that's not me, that's not for me, not me, not me, not me. Now, the interesting thing about bravo to all of the content creators. I'm giving you a medal because when you peel back the layers of the onions, you see the hidden stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because the news always highlight, this happened. And, what I'm going to say to those that have been displaced, right, by all of these strange occurrences, you're going to make it out of there. You're going to be in a transition like everyone else that had to go through that transition. Now, remember, roughly 6, 7, 8 months ago, I was displaced, right? And I got on my platform, I said, is there anyone that could help a sister out? Because all of these things that is attached to people, that's displaced and that's trying to relocate and everything else, is in a brawl with me. Because I'm the one that is sent to be the intercessor. So now I done spent months giving y'all back y'all energy. And that's not it. This last 24 hours have been mind-blowing. Now, I'm the one that said, fire. When I said that the alarms was going off and this and that and that and this and that and that, no one said, is that for me? And might I add that no one that has any type of affluence, decided that they would help me out. Now go ahead and tell me if that's not karma. Because I ain't driving no Lambo, sir, ma'am. Right? It was so many that said that ain't no real money. 6 figures ain't no real money. And skirting off. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm saying, that Sassafras is in the studio with you. And Sassafras one of them. When I said the ninja in the back seat, you looked in your rearview mirror and you knew it was him. But now, y'all understand, right? Because when the big G come through, he come through and he show out. That's not it. Y'all remember just a couple of weeks ago, I said his alarms and everything and things is going off and all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, you see how he worked? When I said, don't go out of state to nobody's wedding, I said it specifically. I said that specifically. Do you know how many individuals decided that was not for them? While watching me every day and not saying nothing, not blessing no type of CA. Because in their mind, I deserved it because I was a tarot card reader. They didn't say she deserved it because she's an angel, because then that would mean they would be exposed. You know what I'm talking about? So now what? Now what? What do individuals got to say? Because that was just his business. That was just his business, y'all. I don't have no business, no boutiques or nothing like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The reason why I'm upset is because all of these dudes watch me and y'all know it. I'm sitting here trying to figure out Who is the GoFundMe for? Is it for the people that is displaced, or is it for him? Turns out it's for him. Now, you should have listened when that person said to you, don't do it. Not highlight the one that told you you deserve it because of all the work you put in the community. Because that is a part of public humiliation. Now y'all understand, all y'all celebrities, musicians, whatever, understand that that was for you. Now, anytime I do anything pertaining to a zodiac sun sign, someone wants to know if it's him, her, this and that and the third. Let me tell you something. I know he's almost reached his goal, and I hope he do get his goal reached so he can relocate his boutique, his store, so he can continue on to make money and do service for the community. Bravo. But now y'all understand why I'm the way I am. I say I'm going to put what they really going to benefit from behind the scenes, and I'm not going to release it until it's all said and done. Listen, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. But when I'm in the thick of it and I'm windmilling for my life and sanity, they'll feel like I deserved it because I deal cards. What are you dealing on the side, sir, ma'am? It goes against and everything in your whole environment plus community goes against the word of God, and that is a fact. We don't want to really talk about that, though. We don't want to talk about that. See, the news, right? Depending on which news you watch, you're not going to get the full story. Because everybody believes when it's on the news and it's real. And when I say it, a lot of this stuff is going to be showcased on the news because they feel like that's their way out. The big G will take something from you in a whop. You'll be sitting there feeling like everything is fine. And then all of a sudden, let me tell you something. It was so many waiting to see if I was going to be one of the ones sleeping in my car tonight. This how y'all get down. Y'all celebrities hearing it, so don't act like you don't. But when I said they making their way around to you, they want to see what they could get away with the angel. And that's someone that's innocent, because y'all like the wordplay. I said, what's going on with this voice? Is that his voice? He's sounding like Ray J. Did they speed it up? I'm not going to get into pointing fingers and saying who got what, because if they wanted to know, they would get a reading. They don't want to know. They don't care because it's profitable. Sounding like Ray J. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Listen, it's always a big picture to everything that's happening. That's not the only fire this week. Y'all got to understand that. The last 2 weeks has been nothing but blazing. You know what I'm talking about? You in a blazer. Because it's a group of y'all that every time y'all hear certain things, y'all run to y'all car and act like y'all me. The ones that is with the EFEDS is the ones that you ought to be worried about. That's the ones you ought to be worried about. It is definitely coming out in my readings, and it's out right now behind the scenes. Y'all sit there and act like all of a sudden now that you're a clergy members and you done gave your life to the big G, and he know you ain't. He know every bit of you ain't. And so now I'm saying I'm sleeping in my car tonight. I'm sleeping in my car tonight. Who gonna bless the CA? Because when that lady said you gotta act like you have money for people to give you money, she was not lying. She said, you show them a guap and they gonna contribute. All of y'all, ain't none of y'all said, let me share this with this black woman. Not one of y'all. And so this is why I said I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'm telling you I'm sleeping in my car tonight. Since y'all want me to sleep in my car. Now you're gonna say she don't need a car. You ought not do that. You ought not to. I said I was going to enjoy it because everybody get forgetful. I said not one that I have helped through a whole bunch of tough stuff decided to even give me $5. I'm talking about you Lambo drivers. So when you start going down the timeline of the community section to pick out who is an elect one, you don't know who elect ones are because I ain't told you. So all of y'all that benefited from being on my community section, you ought to realize that something is happening in your energy. That's what you ought to do. And then you ought to get a reading. Because that pasta that you're going to is one of them. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm for sure about it. Town business, man. Town business. Now, when I said it, y'all said she liked the town. I do like the town. But not everybody in the town like him. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I am upset because I do want someone to sensationalize this. Go ahead and say it because they already know. Everybody in that camp know what the business is. The big G and a fraction of archangels. So don't get to calling me tonight when you go to sleep because it's going to be a dumb one that answer you. Because all of y'all feel like y'all could just summons me when you go to sleep and converse with me when I'm asleep, like I'm at your beck and call. None of y'all want to give no real money to no woman because you feel like I should give it to you for free because of who you are. And I'm saying you're nothing. You're a regular person to me. A regular person that can afford my service. That's not it. Because when I start talking about the corporations, not the LLCs on tier 6, you need to know that all of y'all stuff is up there. That is it.